Well, hello, and it's Elizabeth Harrington again, and it is the August edition of the Network Marketing Magazine, and I am doing it in my very favorite way, which is video. And I just wanted to say, wow, here we are. It's almost August, and this message is all about answering the question, and it's a great one: can network marketing be done part-time? Well, I think it really depends, doesn't it? It really depends on what do you want out of your network marketing business. So it's a simple, fast way, an easy way to answer, but I think it runs a whole lot deeper than that. And it really does come down to knowing what your purpose is. Why do you want to do network marketing? What is your goal? What's your purpose? You've got to figure that out. And what I do know for sure, if you're interested in making a couple $100s a month, or you want to make, get a new car, make a car payment, whatever, just lighten the load a little bit financially, then network marketing can certainly be done part-time. But as with anything that's really, really worthwhile, and if you want to up your game and become an A player, if you really want to build a successful business and be an entrepreneur, be a business owner, there's a big gap for most of us between where you perhaps are right now and the skills that you're going to have to develop, which doesn't necessarily happen if you've got a job. So this is all about learning the ways to be successful in the new you economy. This is a great passion, and I've been waiting for this for a really long time. I could see it happening more than 20, 25, 30 years ago. Now, I have over 20 years of experience, successful experience building teams, thousands of people and teams globally around the world. And I have loved the industry, and I've loved all the things I've learned. But I'm doing something different now, because as with each of us, I could see not only do you need to have new challenges, but I could see there was a real gap. The industry was changing. There's more and more regulations happening here in the United States for sure. And I know that there, as with any business, any entrepreneurial business has an 85% change or chance of failure. And it's much, much higher than that in network marketing. And why is that? Well, I think with my own struggles, trying to understand how to learn this whole thing called marketing, I think there's a really, no, I don't think, I know there's a huge gap between what is currently offered and lots of what's and whys, but very little hows. So my whole new focus right now is filling in the gap with the hows. How to do this? What are the skills that you need to bridge that gap, to really develop your capabilities, not just as an entrepreneur, but as a business owner, as a business professional, you personally. And I mean, there's just a whole gamut of things that you'll need to sharpen your saw with. So in order to join the U economy, I wrote down a couple notes. And I just was wondering about this because one of the people that I follow, and I suggest you may as well, is Gary Vaynerchuk. And as he says too, this is some of the marketing things that I used to see. And of course, the FTC here in the US is really clamping down, but we want to help you join the movement. And the movement is all about you and you being the brand, you being the representative. People are no longer building or going after joining a company or a product as much as it is much more important to people today to join you as a person. So it's all about you, your personality, and your unique point of view that you bring. And so I actually have a cat running across my feet. I always really love it when I'm doing recording of videos. But these are the sorts of things that take control of your life: time, money, and happiness. Is that something that's important to you? Own your future. Design your destiny. Live the life of your dreams. Work part-time, but make gangsta cash. Oh, that one was just horrifying. Work from anywhere in the world. Make more money in a month than you have in a whole year in your job than you did in your job, just over broke. I've heard all of this. I've read. There's so much more than that. And the whole idea with this is to really stop believing it. If you want to play a bigger game, you want to really be part of the, to up-level yourself in your life, you want to design a life and not just be just over broke, well, I got to tell you, keep your job, keep your day job. And I would suggest you put in a full day, get home, visit with the family, have dinner with the family, and by 7 o'clock each night, you start your second job. And that is all about building you and you in your business and sharpening your saw and taking the time. There is no such thing as a get rich quick anymore. I don't even know if there ever was. But it doesn't matter, because if you do that, then you haven't really learned the skills to sustain a business. And that's what we want. You don't want to just be on a roller coaster all the time. Life is hard enough right now, isn't it, with all these challenges going on? Be strong yourself, build yourself, be part of the U economy. So yes, it's hard. No one ever said it was easy. So if you were going to be building a full-time, can you do network marketing part-time? I would say if you really want to have design a life that you've only dreamt of in the past, then you need to consider maybe having two. Keep your job and keep the pressure of being able to pay the bills off your shoulder, and your family will appreciate that as well. But also take the time and work 7 o'clock till midnight, 1 or 2 in the morning, 5 days a week. That's what it's really going to take to really play the A game. And yet it's worth it. As somebody who has done this, and certainly in the launch of my new business, I've never worked this hard in my life, probably because it is a lot of very technology driven, and I'm not very tech savvy, and I certainly wasn't in the past anyway. And it's taken me longer, particularly, I don't know if you're watching this, but I actually was working and have been working for quite a while before the internet was even invented. So, it just hasn't been quite as easy. And for those of you who can relate to what I am saying right now, it's going to take a little bit longer, but that's where it's at. And it's so worth it, because there are specific marketing strategies today. It is so important to understand that the new way of network marketing, the new way of marketing, period, is all about learning how to really connect with a brand new audience online. There are strategies, there are ways, new and modern ways that people want to connect with you. Video, of course, as anybody who's been watching, reading me for any time now, and will continue to do so. I personally find video is the fastest way to connect with people, to accelerate the results because nothing has changed about people wanting to get to know you, like you, then trust you before they'll even listen, and maybe consider as to whether or not you're the right person that they want to buy from, or join your team, whatever it is. And what I know for sure is there are some steps that you have to do, and there is no magic software. It's still about building relationships, and good, strong relationships that show caring and respect take time. You need to nurture the relationships. You need to nourish them by paying attention, finding out what they want. Well, there is a lot of software now that's available to do all of those things. So it takes time to do that. But boy, when you get those mastered, it's getting easier and easier. So it's really hard to find out which ones actually work, and which ones don't have the bugs, and which ones are not too geeky or techy. Well, that's going to take you a little bit of time as well. But again, oh, so worth it. So I have another gift for each of you who are listening right now. It is so important, if you want to really design a life where you're in charge as best as you can be of your destiny, of your outcome, then join us. Join this movement. Join the movement of being part of the U economy, because it is so worth it, but it does take work, and it often takes full-time effort. But when you do that, you'll become so much more self-reliant, so much more confident, empowered. Just think of this, all of these different skills, and change your life completely so that you can turn around and be of service and leave that legacy. And I'm going to come back again and say the gift that I prepared just for you really it's a smaller report. I felt that last month 10 was, for all of us in such busy lives. I've chosen 3 this time, 3 points of a resource guide. I think the 3 most important things I'd like to talk to you about to get you going would be, the very first thing is know your purpose. And the most important thing, and I see this everywhere I go, it's actually something that is quite prevalent, too prevalent, random acts of content. So those of you who are actually posting or retweeting or whatever, there's very little originality going on, and you're copying, and you're just, oh, I like that quote, oh, I like that, oh, I like, and absolutely no planning, no sense of purpose at all. This is all about getting people to know who you are and using simple strategies to do that, and steps. And it has to be done without the randomness. So know your purpose. And then the second one is, again, it's about brand you, not your company, not the products that you're representing. Those things can unfortunately all change. It's important for people are building relationships with a person, you, hopefully, not a company. That's really, really important. And so it's about how can, it's just some simple ideas about how to brand yourself and add that pizzazz of your personality. Bring your personality and your pizzazz, your uniqueness. And again, video is the fastest way to connect with people, eyeball to eyeball in today's modern world. And then the third one that I decided to sort of share with you was join the party. Gotta join the social media party. That's where it's happening, but you don't want to be a lurker. You don't want to be a creeper. The technology keeps changing. I was doing social media like full tilt a year or so ago, and I couldn't even keep up. I did a full course on Facebook, and within 2 months, it was almost completely changed. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's really important to do that. But it's more important to participate and be engaged and start building relationships with people the right way, and using the video that's available, particularly on Facebook. And then we're moving more and more into the live streaming, and that can be your friend and or your foe, because if you are not prepared and you don't know your purpose, you don't know your message, and you haven't built your own personality and your brand in a clear way, you'll just be muddled. You'll just have people, you'll just turn off people, and you'll lose that ability, that strong ability to connect with them heart to heart. And then over time, captivate them so they can become part of your movement and part of your tribe, perhaps part of your team. So I hope that you click. It's, again, the link is below, and I'll look forward to hearing your comments and getting to know you better, and you getting to know me better. And it's Elizabeth Harrington here. And again, thank you to George Madu and the Network Marketing Magazine for giving me a chance to help share my passion, which is all about connecting with you and helping you connect with more people as well, so you can live the life of your dreams and join our movement, which is all about the you economy. Bye for now, and I'll see you next month.